As you settle into your seats, the magnificence of the theater washes over you. And for a small building, a bit away from the downtown core, it sits impressively tall with high, kind of lavish ceilings and odd painted murals. The lights continue to dim until they almost go out, and the audience settles. And as you kind of each get into your seats, again, little time to look around before the show actually started, unfortunately. And what position are you sitting? Who's sitting next to who?
I'm sitting as far away from Edward as possible.
Well, I don't know if that's all that possible, because I'm, like, keeping you between us.
I'll sit beside Edward.
Okay. And, yeah, I don't like that other big guy.
You look tired, Garrett.
So I'm sitting on the inside next to an old lady.
Okay.
And then there's...
Actually, oddly enough, you have empty seats on either side of you.
Oh.
You don't know if that's purposeful or just by chance, but you guys, the four of you, are sitting in a position as well as that you could probably discuss without pissing anybody off.
Beside the empty seat next to me is giving me the dirtiest look that I'm wearing a wife beater to a magic suit.
Edward, it's hot. You want to just move down one seat, maybe?
Sure.
Hey, Frank.
Yeah.
And I'm saying this quiet, trying not to let the other guys hear. But Frank, I was wondering, did you have tickets for somebody else as well as me?
No, just the two of us. Why do you ask?
Well, it's weird that some guys got us all together, and yet we got the empty seats. So, did he buy those seats as well?
Yeah, he could have. I mean, maybe he wanted us to be able to discuss. Maybe he wanted to give us some space. I don't know.
So, as you guys are kind of discussing this, the curtain rises and the audience goes wild with applause. Just, oh wait, we have sound effects. I can actually do that. They go wild with applause. And the small band providing music kind of in the pit section just kind of, and you see a older man walk on the stage. And again, the applause continues, just wild applause. Now, the theater's not that big, but it's enough to kind of give the sense that this man is pretty grandiose. While this is happening, Jarrett, you feel a burning in your coat pocket.
Burning in your heart.
And you reach in to feel that your grandfather's diary. It's almost hot to the touch.
Well, that's kind of weird.
Hey.
Anyone else got is it just because my underarm's on it?
So everyone kind of looks at you like, nope, nothing else on any of you is bothering you.
And I decided to move closer to Edward.
Now, again, because it's dark out, and we got the light from the thing, if I was to look at the diary, could I see if it's not heated up or anything, and there's no glowing letters or nothing?
No,
you nothing specific, it's not on fire?
Well, you pull it out, and again, it's relatively small. In dim light, you can't quite see anything, but it feels like the heat is coming from the back of the book. Pages which were typically blank.
Okay, so again, I'm gonna obviously I'm gonna flip there, because why wouldn't you?
It's true. It's true. So you flip to the back of the book, and there's two blank pages on either side. you start seeing kind of a very dim, almost like a charcoal, almost like a dim fire being stoked, and names start appear
I'll just kind of like
on the left hand
nudge
side.
like Frank. I'll be like, "Hey Frank, you seeing this?"
Shh, Jared, the show is starting. I've got to pay attention.
And Frank, you see it, and you immediately see what he sees. These letters being written on this page. And what it looks very quickly like a list of names, a very small written list of names, and it looks like it's 100 names. None you recognize, but some
Okay,
like
so we don't see our names in there because when you see a list, it's fairly easy to see your own name.
no, not your name, but you do see names like Greg Bush, Gabe Reyes, Aisha Lyle, Bob Lyle, Chris Lawrence, Hans Ziegler. Names that mean nothing to you, but for whatever reason you see about 100 or so of them.
These are the strangest names I've ever seen.
And again, like knowing that we just got out of the war with the friggin' Germans,
Yeah.
I'm worried about why my grandfather's journal has like a German name in there. Now I'm thinking, like, was he really a fisherman, or was he like some sort of covert spy or something?
So you kind of leave it there for a second, and nothing really stirs on it. And after a minute, you realize your attention has to go back to the stage, so you shut it and put it away, and it cools down to the touch. So, again, Savini walks into the stage. I won't punish the time because I forced it, and I wanted to get that out. So, Savini walks on the stage to a roaring applause, and because you're as a group, give me a group spot hidden, and that means one of you roll a spot hidden that will then kind of dictate it to everybody else.
Whoever had the highest.
That
Where is spot hidden? Is that in the skills? Oh, I got a 50.
I have 75.
More of
well,
a
let's go with that guy.
Yeah.
Yeah, the
All right,
friggin'
Chris.
cod shock. Let him
Henry,
know.
give us a roll. Wow.
Wow.
Nailed it.
I'm sure I'll be able to see everything that happens. I mean, I've played a lot of cards in my time. I'm sure they'll get nothing past me.
So you see Savini walk out, and you kind of do a quick spot hidden. And what you notice is that this man, while aged, looks to be wearing an awful lot of makeup, almost like it's plastered on his face. But other than that, you don't notice anything too over the top.
Now, while he's doing that, sorry, Alan.
No
While he's
problem.
doing that, I'm gonna take out my little like sketchbook, and I'm gonna do a little etching and a little scribble down of like the characteristics of this guy.
Perfect.
Harlan, in the Call of Cthulhu game mechanics, when I match my score, is that good or does it make a difference? Like
No,
the
it's not
lowest-
good or bad.
It's like the lowest success you can get.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Lowest success you can possibly get. But if you'd like, we can add a rule that if you match your score, you get a kith.
Oh, I do want that roll.
Are you gonna like mail it to us,
Yeah.
or do we gotta like go to your house to collect?
Yeah, be there in 20 minutes. I'll be right.
We just got to stall.
All right.
Okay, so the opening of the show starts, and with the music, Savini kind of walks towards the end of the stage and shows his sleeves and he starts off with some card tricks. He kind of shows the deck, and Henry, you obviously kind of now you've never been one for Magic, but you know the good stuff. This is you kind of
Well, I've cheated a few times. I know what cheater is, and I don't want to. Yeah.
And the guy's got skills. He's not without talent, and he kind of and every once in a while a polite applause as he kind
Now
of.
I'm gonna watch every fucking move this guy makes because I want to actually see like the technique and see what he does. Because again,
Sure.
if he's an artist, then I like
Okay,
to watch people
So give me
who
a
are good at what
spot
they do.
hidden. Give me a spot hidden for this card trick, and we'll see if you can deduce how he does it.
Oh yeah, I got it.
And is it extreme success?
It is an well, let's see. Yeah, what's my spot hidden? No,
Spot.
wait.
No, you
Where was my
can't-
spot?
Oh, yeah.
hidden?
No, you do.
Yeah, I'm an extreme. It's extreme.
All right.
Nice.
Well, ironic. Well, here's how it goes. That's good. So now you have to beat his opposed roll, which would be sleight of hand, and he is going to have a very high roll, but it's not impossible. So if your success is better than his success or less, then we're good. And he got a hard success, but not an extreme. So you see the magician, and not all of it, but you see the last trick he did, and you kind of figure out how he did it.
Yeah, again, like nothing else. I just want to see what he's doing.
You fail rolls for like the important stuff, but finding out the guy's card trick, you're like, I need to know, which is perfect for your character because you need the knowledge. So perfect. So yeah, he does a few card tricks and polite applause, and you guys are watching intently. And Edward or Eddie, I should say, you're kind of watching more the nuts and bolts of things, and you're trying to see Savini's kind of way towards the crowd because you're more of that kind of grounded guy. And after a few tricks, he kind of motions to the side of the stage, and two big heavy guys wheel out a small box on a thin stand. And he kind of turns to the crowd and does a few things, and he pulls a rabbit out of his hat, and you guys kind of politely clap. But between the four of you, you're kind of looking at each other being like, I don't see much going on here. But it is
Harlan,
fun. Yeah.
I'm going to lean over to, I believe Frank's right next to me, right?
Yes.
I say, Frank, the trick is you don't look where they want you to look. You got to look at the places you expect to be boring. Just watch the crowd, watch, underneath things, and maybe we'll catch something. Just don't watch the show exactly.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I've never been much for magic myself.
I tell you what, I'll watch the crowd. You watch maybe the assistants or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I'll try. My eyes aren't really that great, to be honest.
And then I also lean over to Edward and I tell him to look somewhere else. And I tell Jared, I say, Jared, maybe we should divide up a little bit. We'll keep our eye on different things, see if we can catch anything.
Okay. And I mean, you kind of share the message throughout all of them, and they. Yeah. I assume
I
you're.
try, but I'm like I just gotta know how he does it.
Right.
Perfect. So again, he does a few more tricks, and maybe an hour and a bit into the show, the music dies, and he walks to center stage, and he clears his throat. Ladies and gentlemen, I am about to perform my last illusion for this evening. However, before I do, I have to share with you some sad news. Tonight will be my last performance in Arkham, as I must continue moss-free to my next endeavor. And a small laugh and kind of an applause comes through the audience as he kind of takes a half bow. Now, as promised, my most famous illusion. As Savini turns away from the audience, two large burly men, the ones who came out before, wheel a large coffin into the center of the stage. And the coffin is got golden stars all over it. And a hush falls over the crowd, and the pit band kind of strikes up a... and he clears his throat and turns back to the audience. This is the coffin of Nephitis, a mysterious... Perfect. This mysterious object was stolen hundreds of years ago. And Savini kind of goes into this fantastic backstory of the box's origins, which all four of you agree is utter bullshit. A psychology rule is not needed to know that he's pretty much just riffing.
Yeah, but in my experience and my research into the occult and shit, do I know about this guy that he talked about?
Yeah, it's a real person. Everything else is wrong. You don't even need an occult roll. Even basic history, you guys are like, yeah, no, that's not right. But, the howdy-do-that's in the crowd are kind of nodding and being like, whoa. Frank, as the box is kind of staring there, using Henry's advice, you start looking at the box and its hinges and things like that. Give me a mechanical engineering roll.
Oh, I can do that.
I know.
Mechanical would be... Boom, 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 boom. 74. Being a train operator, I understand how machines work.
Edward's drinking a beer. Typical.
Oh, 75, but...
Push it!
I'm going to push it this time.
Do you want to push it or spend a luck to move it down one?
I'm going to just spend a luck. It's only one luck.
Yeah.
Okay, so wait. Actually, my luck isn't written down. Do you have it written where my luck is? How much luck I have?
I think your luck is just equal to... Oh, no, you rolled for originally. Luck times 5.
All right, I think it's on my other sheet. I'll just mark -1 for now.
Yeah, it's not a big deal. It's only 1. You're not at 0. So you succeed. And looking at the on stage and kind of surveying the box, you very obviously tell that it is just a wooden box with hinges. It doesn't look to be heavier than plywood. It is just painted. So you immediately can kind of see that there's nothing really behind this other than the painted stars and a wooden plywood box.
Okay.
So Savini finishes his tale and of this magnificent coffin and turns to the audience. I need a volunteer, he says as he scans the crowd. Does anybody wish to volunteer?
I think Henry's.
Eddie!
Eddie, are you a volunteer?
Yeah.
Edward and Jared as well.
And Jared, okay. So he sees you. You kind of see him glance over you, but he totally goes past you, and he focuses down on the front row. And he kind of waves his finger back and forth, and he says, "Ah, yes, you, young man. Would you please join me on the stage? And give me, again, a group spot hidden. And again, Henry, you can roll it if you'd like, or you guys can...
Yeah, no, we'll let Henry do it.
Sorry, guys.
Nope, you got it.
Can I push it?
You can push it if you want, for sure.
What does pushing
Something's going
do
on
exactly?
here.
I just roll again, right?
You roll again, but if it goes wrong, there's bad
get something in your
consequences.
So it's a gamble?
It's a gamble.
Oh!
Oh, my eyes, they burn!
All right. So,
with our lives.
so as you are trying to see it, because you pushed it, something bad happened. You feel a tap on your shoulder, and it's the steward or the aisle man who's walking up and down. He says, "Sir, I'm sorry, but I had some complaints that you were making a ruckus. I'm going to have to ask you to leave."
Stole some popcorn.
I'm going to try to persuade the person and say, sorry, I promise I'll be quiet. I was just excited about the show.
He says, "Yes, but please come talk to me over here," and he waves you out to the aisle.
And can I step in?
You can try, sure.
I want to do a credit rating and
Bribe him.
Bribe him. I'm going to give him $3. I feel like that's a good
No,
amount.
let me go. Just give me the $2. That'd be better.
Okay, so you wave $3 in his face before Henry even gets up. Roll us a credit rating.
Sure. It's worth a shot. No, definitely not.
Do you want to push it? Flick the money in his face.
No, I won't. He just doesn't
All
do
right.
this.
So you go to find the $3, but you can't find it on you, and he's asking you to leave, and he looks back at another big burly man standing at the top of the stairs, kind of like, "What's the issue? Get him out of here."
I said, I'll go. Hang on. I got my coat. I put it on my shoulder, and I say, guys, I'll be back. And I go and I walk with them.
Okay, so he takes you off to the side, and we'll give you a second to talk to him. But you don't see what happens next. So everyone, don't talk to Chris. Don't let him hear anything. No, as the three of you, while this has happened, you missed a bit of an interaction. However, you do see very, very quickly a young woman being put into the box. And the audience kind of applauds as he shuts it. And then Savini kind of does a little bit of a song and dance as the music picks up tempo. And he walks over. Exactly. And he walks over to a table and he picks up a long sword, walks over to the box and shoves it in as the audience kind of gasps. And he kind of goes like this, and after each one there's a very small, quick applause because the oldest trick in the book is still new in the 1920s. So, Henry, you're off to the side, and the man kind of says, I had a complaint that you were being bothersome to some young man up front.
I'm sorry. I was just excited about the show. Can I go back and it's a big deal for me. I really just want to see the show. I won't do anything else, I promise.
So give him a fast talk, bluff.
Can I
persuade.
I'll do a persuade.
Yeah, whatever you'd like.
So it's a hard success.
Excellent. Okay, so he kind of
So
looks
it's underneath my 30, but not underneath my 12. So what's
perfect. Hard success. Yep, and that's excellent. So he kind of looks you over and kind of says, "All right, fine. Look, I don't really care. The show's done after tonight anyway." And he kind of waves you back inside. And you What's that?
It's done after tonight, so this is the last show.
And he goes, yeah, this guy's last show. I
better
swear
get
you
back
just
on it.
said it. I heard it on the stage. I was watching from the top.
Harlan, as again gang mechanic, should I be checking off my successes?
Yeah, sorry guys. Every time you succeed at something, check it off. Sorry. But you should know that by now.
I do. I just wanted everyone else to remember.
Even
I
if you
know
use
that.
luck to succeed at it?
No. Not if you use luck. I don't think that's fair.
Cool.
I think it should only be if you roll it naturally. All right, so you walk back in, and you immediately already notice the heat change. The lobby was sweltering, but inside, with the movements and people clapping and just breathing, it's like, oh. And you walk back in and groggily take your seat. And at this point, he's put maybe 4 or 5 swords in a box, and you don't even know who's in the box. So, but I'm sure they kindly fill you in, your new friends.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, do you guys want to do anything while he's doing all this?
It's just a regular box, and he just puts swords in it. There's a woman in it, and it's not going through her.
No, it looks like he's shoving
That's
it in. And
magic, Justin.
This
The
is
way it
amazing.
You're not even
I'm kind
seeing
of,
it. You
I'm
just
kind
hear
of
it.
in awe. I've never been to a magic show. My parents never would have supported that kind of shenanigans. So
I hope
It's
he's
not
not your
dark.
character and not your real life, because that's sad.
You're demonic. You're gonna lose the same sanity so quick.
Yeah.
You should take sanity damage for this.
So I'm keeping an eye out for something strange. Okay.
Okay.
And so can I roll for that? What would I roll? To look
You can do
around
a
for
spot
something.
hidden if you're trying to see something strange. You can do a listen if you're trying to hear something strange. You can do a psychology if you want to try to deduce what's going through the mind of the man on stage, Sabini.
Yeah, maybe even the 2 guys that brought the thing onto stage, because they were
Sure.
blurry, right?
They're standing off to the side, but you can still see them.
Let's do a psychology on the guy on stage, the main guy.
Savini? Sure.
See if I can do something. Now, I've got a 35, which is...
So you have to get under 35. And it's going to be hard, so you have to get under, like, 15.
So do I have to, like... And what happens if I roll over then? Like,
No, nothing. Just doesn't succeed. No penalty.
I'll be like, I guess I don't realize it. Like, the
Yeah.
roof doesn't fall in, right?
Exactly.
All right.
The roof doesn't fall.
Wow.
Oh!
Okay, so what do I see?
So that's an extreme success.
that's a critical success.
Yeah, that's actually, you're right, that's a critical success.
Check it off.
Check it off for sure. All right.
Down. Hold on.
What's he doing?
That often, I unplug my headphones when I do something fun.
Oh, when you got
Oh, I
excited.
half expected to come up with a big mustache.
Yeah, I thought you were going to start. Okay, so an extreme success. That was unexpected. So
Check it off?
Oh, yeah, check it off. So you're watching Savini, and you're doing this very sort of deductive, trying to figure out this guy's motivations. You obviously know that Roland has asked you to be here, and da-da-da. And you see this man's movements, but you notice he's very afraid, but not nervous, not stage fright, not nervous about the show, but he's afraid about something else, almost panicked. And you see that with every jab. He's confident with the jabs. It's not about that, but it's almost like he's nervous. So, good roll, good success. So you see that, and with each stab, the audience gasps, and he has maybe 2 swords left. And the music is building and building and building until finally the last sword, he holds it up, he walks to the front of the coffin, and he shoves it right through the chest area. And he turns around and he bows, and a massive applause comes out. Give me a group listen. That's one person rolling a listen.
Okay, who's got the best listen?
I've got 75.
Not me.
Mm,
Give it a roll, Justin.
Not me.
All right. I'm rolling.
Nice.
All right.
Wow,
Extreme success.
beautiful.
The first single-digit roll.
That is an extreme success. And as the applause echoes through the theater, the 4 of you share a look between you, and you hear a blood-curdling scream.
What? It took one person to hear that?
It was
Sorry.
very no, because
Can I do
it
the next
is a
room?
very muted scream.
Ah.
And the only other person who reacts is Savini himself.
I was going to say.
And when he does, you see him, again, no one else in the audience, just, they're all laughing, talking to each other, oh, that was so great, so great. He
So what
kind of
you're
looks,
saying is the scream clearly wasn't from the lady in the box.
No, it could have been because it was muffled by the box.
he turns toward the box at the sound of the scream, very nervously, and this is something that you pick up on, Eddie, because you kind of picked up on the extreme success. He kind of nervously looks toward the box, and then jokingly kind of looks towards the audience again, realizing that no one has noticed it except for you guys with an extreme success. Also very unlikely, but hey. So the audience settles back down, and he walks to the front again, and he kind of clears his throat, and again regains his composure. The coffin is not a regular coffin, he begins to say as he removes each sword very carefully. Was put in this tomb. He was put in this tomb alive hundreds of years ago, thousands of years ago even, and buried hundreds of feet below the stone and dirt in ancient Egypt. And he removes sword after sword as he tells you this. However, he says as he pulls out all the swords, the city still suffered from wrath of him. For months they had droughts, plagues, pestilence. Again, sword after sword, he places them on the table, and the audience is just eating every word. Until they were convinced he must still be alive. And he pulls out the last sword from the front, and he holds it up. Give me a spot hidden quickly. It doesn't matter who.
Yeah, and again, I also want to check, Arlen.
Yeah.
From what I know about this guy, is he telling an accurate story, or does he actually not know the story of this guy?
Okay, perfect. Chris, did you roll spot hidden? And that's
I did.
success.
Yeah, critical success.
Perfect. And Jarrett, give me a knowledge roll, or your intelligence roll.
Like my occult, or like a knowledge?
This wouldn't be occult per se, so just regular knowledge.
Hey, look at that! Once again, when it counts, I got nothing.
So you can't tell, but again,
Wait,
based on
I got nothing where it counts? Ouch. That's why I guess I'd like to draw the ladies.
based on the magician's showmanship, you can kind of deduce that it's probably still a bit of a fairy tale. But with your group extreme success, spot hidden, you notice that every sword he draws out is clean. There's no blood on any of them, and you've noticed that he's not wiping the blades as he comes out. The woman who was put in the box was not harmed. It's just a simple, again, it would be something you'd be looking for.
So she steps out of the box?
Not yet. So he's drawing each one, and he continues the story, and he says, the people that buried this man hundreds and thousands of years ago were convinced that he was still alive. So, and he pulls up the last story, he says, they unearthed the coffin. And the whole crowd goes silent. And he puts the last sword on the table, and he walks to the coffin, and he swings it open, and he says, but it was empty. And the coffin is empty. And the applause echoes through the entire theater. They go crazy. This man put the woman in the box, shoved her with swords, and she is completely gone. The audience is standing. You guys are kind of trying to look over the crowd, and before you know it, the curtains are shut, and the lights start coming up.
So the whole time, when as the crowd stood up, I stood up with them.
Yeah.
And I was shouting, and I'm really angry. Something has come over me, and I'm saying, "Show me she's alive! Show me she's."
Okay. So a bunch of people around here are looking at you, like, what the hell's his problem? Oh my God! Can't he just enjoy the night out? And
We want to see her.
because you stood up, and actually it would be Henry, because I think you'd all stand up probably, and Henry, you're the tallest, so you'd probably be able to see over. Give me a spot hidden.
I don't know even know. Let's try that again.
Oh, your overlay's gone. Yeah, overlay.
What's happening?
So is your effects.
That's bizarre.
All right, Justin, you give me a spot hidden.
Oh, okay.
Too bad. What happens?
Nope. Nope.
All right. Well, we'll use Henry's stats
Yeah.
for Frank's roll, and I believe that would be a success for him because he has a 75. So as you dart up and you start screaming, Henry, before the curtain closes, you see Savini not just walk off stage but jog. And the curtain closes, and the people kind of look back at Frank, you yelling, and they're kind of like, "It's just a show. Enjoy it. Oh my god." And you kind of hear whispers in the crowd being like, "Oh, she was planted. Oh my god, of course she was planted. Who cares?" Da 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 da. And they all start filing out.
So did anybody stop me, or I'm still shouting?
Yeah, well, I think what I'm going to try to do is, I'm going to try to do, maybe a little psychoanalysis and see if I can, calm him down a little bit.
Go for
I love your glasses, Mike.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks, Eddie. Hey, you know what? I extremely calmed him down. Perhaps.
Perfect.
He's
Now,
okay
Frank,
with
you
that.
have a counter roll that you can roll as well, psychology if you'd like.
I guess I would, or intelligence, or sanity.
calm me down.
Maybe sanity actually.
For those of you who don't know why I'm freaking out, my wife was just brutally murdered, and I'm still not quite over it. Might
Who
take a
would be?
while. So
I think that's fair. Just
the
Yeah,
fact
bottom
that
line
this
is he
lady
still
might be
blames
dead
himself.
somewhere. I definitely blame myself because I was mostly responsible.
All right, so roll your sanity, and we'll go and see if you can get a better success than that.
I failed my sanity, so he
Okay.
does help me.
Yes. So Jared turns to you, and Jared, what do you say to him to calm him down? You obviously don't know about his wife.
No, but I'd be like, hey, it's just a show. It's magic. There's a trick. It's a parlor trick. It's we'll find her. Let's go together. Let's walk down and we'll walk together.
Yeah.
Come on, Frank.
Yeah. Sorry, I
You
lost
got
myself
this.
there. Yeah.
It's
yeah,
okay.
Jared,
It's okay.
where do you think she went?
It happens to us all.
Backstage?
Yeah. There's probably something like a hidden door in the stage floor or something that we didn't see or roll out of. Maybe something behind a curtain or something, or maybe she didn't even get in the box somehow. I wasn't actually paying attention to that part, and I should have been.
So as you're talking, I begin walking up to the front of the stage. Do I see any bouncers?
So you're fighting against the crowd as they're all filing out. And Eddie, are you following? What are you doing?
I was staring and pointing. Sabine.
Perfect. Okay, so you're.
I was that's what I was saying. I was because I saw whatever was nervous in his face, and I'm hoping that it may not have been the girl, but whatever it was.
Okay. So the four of you go out into the aisle and start walking toward the stage. Eddie ready to punch a dude.
I'll beat it out of him.
Frank worried about the young girl because of his wife. Henry because you suspect a lot. You notice a lot of that stage. And Jarrett, you're probably just fucking curious.
Yeah, I do, because I didn't pay attention to that trick, and I'm not sure why, because it seems like a pretty cool one. I think because I was so concentrated on finding out whether or not he's telling the truth or not that I wasn't paying attention to what he was doing.
That's
But
fair.
I do want to see that. I do want to check out the stage and see if there's wires or something,
Okay.
how we did some of these tricks.
So you guys walk down to the stage, and there are no side doors. It's just it's an older theater. Again, sort of small. So you can kind of help yourself up on stage and go behind the curtain, or
Now, can we catch up to this Savini fella?
by the time you get down the stage and fighting the people that have left, maybe the curtain is closed, so you can't even see what's behind it.
Okay.
Yeah, Eddie.
I say, you know what? I was talking to one of the guys upstairs. Said this is the last show. Maybe he's gonna make a break for it after. We should go check outside.
Probably.
I'm gonna do a run outside, take a look.
Yeah, I'll go with you. That's a good idea. There's got to be a back door.
Okay. So, all four of you, or just you two go?
Yeah.
I think we should split up.
Yeah,
Okay.
no, like I still want to check out the stage and see like
Track.
what was going on there.
Perfect. So, Jared and Eddie, you two boost yourself up on stage and go behind the curtain a bit.
Yeah, well, yeah. There's like, is there no obvious trapdoors in the floor here or anything?
Again, it's all hidden behind the stage.
Okay, then yeah,
Or
let's.
behind the curtain, I should say.
Hey, Eddie, you okay? You okay if we go go a little like behind the curtains a little bit?
Yeah. I'm not afraid.
Okay,
Perfect, so-
you mind going first a little bit?
No, of course not. I'll go first.
So,
Now I gotta say, I am a little nervous because this is the guy that I wanted to stay away from, and he's the one I'm left with. So I'm also not necessarily going to be trusting Frank's judgment from now on.
True. So, Frank and Henry walk up whatchamacallit. Frank and Henry walk back up outside, and they leave the room. So the two of you climb yourselves up on stage, and you peek behind the curtain. And when you do, you see the two large burly men leaning the large box over, and they begin dragging it off. And the other one, the one closest to you, turns around and notices you and starts walking over. And he goes, "Hey, what are you doing back here?"
Oh, hey, sorry. I know we're not supposed to be, but I gotta tell you, I'm amazed. The Savini's like incredible, and can I take a look at the box? I just want to see how it was done. Is there like little compartments or something? Like, you guys know how it was done?
And I gotta have a word with Mr. Savini.
Okay. And he says, "Oh, you guys, I understand that you're interested in how it does, but that's ruins the whole idea, and Savini wouldn't allow it. So I'm sorry, you can't come back here."
Listen,
Can I talk to Mr. Savini? Because I'd like to see if because I wouldn't mind learning how to do something like that.
No, I understand, but Savini doesn't typically take visitors after the show. He's not really into that.
But this was his very last show.
I understand, but he is traveling, so you could always head to the next place.
What? Oh, that was his last show here. I thought he was talking like his last show ever.
Oh no, Savini's, and you see he's kind of getting hesitant already to talk to you anymore.
Okay, well, I'm gonna back down because again, like, these guys are big, and I don't want to get my butt whooped. So.
Well, you can always try anything: fast talk, bribe, intimidate. As it seems like Eddie is going to go.
Yeah, well, I'll let Eddie look into that. Like, Eddie, like, these guys want us gone, man.
yeah, I know why they want us gone. But we're not leaving until I get to speak with Mr. Savini. Now listen, I know he's got to be somewhere, so we'll make it quick. Why don't you let us talk? We'll get it over with real soon.
And he looks at you and he kind of goes, "Do you not understand my role here? The entire thing is to clear the stage and make sure people like you don't tough their way back here. You think I'm going to just let you back here by you getting angry at me? I'm sorry, boy. That's not how this works."
I might come off as a bit angry, all right, but I'm not an angry person. In fact, I'm quite reasonable when it comes right down to it. And this face has been punched a few too many times, and so I have difficulty smiling. But put it this way, I'm asking very nicely. I would like to have a conversation with Mr. Savini about Roland.
I don't know who Roland is.
Well,
Look,
maybe Mr. Savini does, and that's none of your business.
listen, Savini signs my paychecks. He gives me 3 things to do, and one of them is the thing you're asking me to do. I'm not going to let you do it. I'm not trying to be unreasonable, man. I'm not trying to start a fight. It's too freaking hot for it.
All right.
So
What's-
it's like, go ahead, Eddie. Go ahead.
All right. What's the middle ground here? Can we meet him after he's done taking off his makeup?
Yeah, like, I just want like an autograph, even.
Yeah.
And I
Exactly.
I'm gonna take out my little like sketchbook and show him the drawing that I made of him. And I just want to be like, yeah, if you would like take the time and come meet us and sign this, that'd be a great honor.
Don't
All right,
let the
give-
collar
give a
ears
little-
scare you.
Give a bluff or a persuade or a fast talk, something to show that you're being legit.
Yeah, like I'm totally legit. So, yeah, I don't know. What do you want to do? Like, I don't want to do fast talk, because, like, that's going to fail.
I have charm.
I'll try it persuade.
I have
You have
intimidate.
You do have
Charm is
intimidate.
low.
You have bite.
I do, and I have brawl.
Yeah, no, I didn't make my persuade, unfortunately.
You guys split the wrong way.
Oh shit.
We're a new party. We're just learning our niches.
Yeah,
I'll use
it's-
charm.
yeah. You could try charming him. You have a charm of 25.
Do you have charm?
His is 15. Try charming him, Eddie.
All right. Listen. Look at this, man.
You're a very distracting man.
Right.
Oh wow!
Oh,
I have
nice.
25.
Use our luck.
It's
Use the
26.
You
luck.
can spend a luck point.
Oh. So I have to lower that by 1,
Yeah.
and then I reroll.
No, you just lower it by 1, and you just check off one of your luck points. You spent it.
All right. I checked off one of my luck points, and now I have a 25.
Yeah, so success. So he kind of looks at the guy wheeling the thing off stage, the big heavy coffin, and turns back to you. Look, guys, I'm not trying to be unreasonable. I'm not going to let you back to Savini, and for 2 reasons. Again, he pays me to not do that. But the other one is, I saw him immediately after this. He left. He's probably gone home.
All right, Eddie, you wanna head out and see if we can catch up with the other guys?
Yeah, sure. Pretty disappointed about this, but yeah.
So he kind of nods and he kind of says, "Yeah. In fact, we're putting this thing into the back of a car right now for him."
Can I give you a hand with it?
No, I appreciate it, kid, but it's not even that far. His house is maybe 5-minute walk down the road.
You mean he lives in town here?
And he kind of gives you a hesitant look. He says, "Look, kid, if you really want his autograph, here's the way to do it. After the show, Savini's going to go home. He usually takes a shot of something, and then he spends the rest of the night here packing up, okay? He's going to be here until maybe 2 in the morning. Anytime you want to come back to the theater between that time, you could probably get him, or you could try to get him at home. He's, again, a 5-minute walk down the road. He rents a house. This show's been going on for 3 months, so he rented a house so he knew where he was doing."
Oh, and I reach out to shake his hand if he takes it.
Yeah, of course. I'm not a bad guy.
Oh, thank you very much, sir. That really, really awesome. Like, great.
You know what?
Thank-
I always question though you immigrants coming over, but you're not so bad yourself. So put her there.
Yeah, all right. Look,
You know, Eddie, I don't mean to, I don't want to get you mad, Eddie, but I gotta side with this guy on this. Like, I'm pretty sure you're not an Aboriginal. Like, you're all immigrants at one point. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, these Irish mix, they're coming over and throw.
so as you guys
right?
start insulting the guy, Henry and Frank, you guys head outside, and again, the night heat wafts over you.
Okay. I take my dress jacket off, and we find an alley to the side. I guess where that homeless person was.
Yep. Okay.
Is the homeless person still there?
Yeah, and he just kind of looks like he's leaning on the side, just straight twice and twice.
So I gesture to Henry that we should go forward, and
And you actually do see a stage door that's left open with a brick. And there is a man smoking, but his back is to you, and he's walking the opposite direction.
Okay, well, I say,
yeah.
I don't know. Do you want to run up to him? Because that's
Yeah.
no metagame. No metagame.
What are we afraid of?
Yeah. I'm gonna run up to Savini or the guy who I'm gonna tap on the shoulder and say, "Excuse me, sir."
Okay. So you tap him on the shoulder, and he just turns around. It's a stagehand. He goes, "Yeah, what's up?"
Do you got a light?
And he goes, yeah. And he
Well,
lights your cigarette.
let's see. Thanks. Yeah, you work in here? And as is lighting the cigarette, I'm gonna point to Frank and kind of gesture for him to go into the stage door. I'm gonna try to distract him.
Okay,
I know.
so you draw the man's attention away
That's right.
from
Well, I'm having him light my cigarette. I keep put it so his back would be towards the stage door.
Okay, and he turns around, casually talking to you. And Frank, what are you doing?
Well, yeah, I'm going to wait for a good time to try to sneak in.
Okay, so you slowly creep up, and you see a good opportunity as the man's back is entirely to you, and he's kind of talking loudly.
Sure. And I step inside.
And
Loud
before
talking.
you do, you hear a scream. The homeless man says, This fucking guy's trying to sneak in! This fucking guy who wouldn't give me $1! And the guy who's talking to
That's
Henry
Savini. That's my judgment.
turns
Oh,
around,
this guy.
and he goes, What the fuck? And he sees you walking in, and he says, Get the fuck out of here! And he kicks the brick out from the door and shuts it. I told you the homeless guy was going to come back when you pushed that roll.
And
It's okay.
I shake my head.
And as you do...
I say to the guy, well, how are you going to get inside now? You just kick the door in.
No, he walked in and kicked the brick out.
Oh, okay. Frank, you're not the most quick guy, are you?
It was the homeless guy that alerted.
I don't think there was anything I could do.
No, he would have done it earlier if not.
I walk over to where the homeless guy is and I say, was that really necessary?
Said this fucking guy. He said he'd give me $1 for information, and he didn't. He's a
Beat his ass.
Hey, you want your dollar? The offer still stands.
You don't even have $1. You're a fucking liar.
And I pull out $1, and I say, did you see a man come out of here? He might have been jogging. He might have been running.
I seen lots of men come out of here. It don't mean nothing.
How much will it take to convince you? And I pull out my wad of cash.
And he says, what do you want to know? You want to know if a man came out of here? Men come out of here every second, every day. That means nothing. What do you really want to know?
This man was well dressed.
Justin,
And I just
you should start burning dollar bills in front of his face. Keep going.
And Henry is like, oh, no.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, and I describe Savini to him.
So give a roll. You can do credit rating again if you like, or you can do bluff, persuade, whatever you'd like.
All right, I will do credit rating again.
Okay.
Oops, wrong one.
Really defining yourself by your money there, aren't you, Frank?
All right, a hard success, just with this hobo.
Hard, eh? All right. Okay, so he says, well-dressed man, I know what you're talking about. I don't know if he came out of here or not, but I'll tell you something. Something that might be worth a little extra money. And he reaches and holds his hand out for $1.
I slap it into his hand.
Just, yeah, funny thing about that guy. You know, I've never seen anyone as interested in homeless people as he was.
What do you mean?
Interested in
He was, last few months, as long as the show's been there, every night he'd come out to the corners and he'd hand out tickets to the homeless people. Only one or two a night. But just last week, or just the other day, he handed out one ticket to a young kid across the street, and he handed another one to the girl that works on the corner over there.
Was that tonight you handed it to the girl?
Yeah, what if it was?
Did they ever, show up after the show? I mean, I know how it is. You guys are really connected. Do you ever
Look, people are in and out of this area now. Look around. Everybody's fucking homeless or drifter of some sort. Even you, kid. Everybody is down on their luck. People disappear all the time. But I did find it interesting that he was just giving the tickets away. Few of the people got smart and sold them off for money themselves, but some of them were so bored they went to the show.
You
I
ever try
don't
to give one? You ever try to give one to you?
Nah, I don't take charity. Just money.
Of course.
All right, so as you're doing this, you hear the roar of an engine, and it's what sounds like a heavy truck pulls out from the back of the building. And, yeah, that's where you guys are at.
Okay.
And-
we should go check that out.
Well, and I think Jarrett and I are probably ready to leave the building.
Yeah, I would assume you guys are probably out front by now because these guys are at the alley. You're probably rounding the alley as the four of you.
We're gonna, because I think, Jarrett, correct me if I'm wrong, but we're gonna wait around here till he comes back, probably near the stage entrance, which is at the back.
You would do that with me, Eddie?
Of course. Like, we're here looking for this guy, Frank. So we get out front, eh?
Yep.
Frank. There you guys are. You find anything out?
Yeah, well, we had a way in, but they blocked us out, and
Hold on. And I go and I chase down that truck.
It's
whoa,
gone.
Well, hold on
Gone,
before you run.
Oh, yeah.
Before you run.
Oh, I guess I
say,
couldn't
whoa,
see that.
Justin. Or, whoa, Frank.
Damn it, Eddie, what is it?
He's supposed to be coming back here tonight. He's got to pack up all his shit that's still in there. So if we hang around long enough, I mean, it comes
What is
from a
this?
pretty reliable source.
yeah, I don't know why we even owe this Roland anything. Why bother?
Well, now I'm just curious. He looked pretty nervous putting those swords through that box. I don't know about you guys, but did you hear the scream?
I did. I did hear that scream.
Sounded like it was a young girl.
Yeah, wait a second. Yeah, did any of you see her leave? Like, because you guys went around back, right?
We heard a scream and the door shut, and it turns out that he's been giving tickets to homeless people, and I suspect those are the people that have been using to go missing. Been going missing.
People?
I don't know. I'm just speculating.
So you don't know if they're missing or not, but he's been giving homeless people tickets.
Well, if I was trying to, you know, I don't even want to go there.
Yeah,
There's
but
something-
maybe he's just doing it out of charity, you know? Like, there was a time when I was, like, helping people who were down on the luck, and, you know,
No, Jared, he's not doing that a damn
I tell you
charity.
what. I'm gonna try and I'm gonna see if I can
Someone
get
did that
into the. Let's see if we can open this door up.
It's a stage door, so it's flat on the
Oh.
outside. Doesn't even
Let's see if we can. Maybe we can find where this guy lives.
He definitely
yeah,
lives in
actually, he
town.
says he lives, like, right around here.
Yeah, I don't want to wait around here. I got things to do.
So is, like, they're, like,
What? Like what? Aren't you a bum?
I don't look like a bum. Nobody knows
You
I'm
don't
a
look
bum.
like a bum.
But you are standing by a bum.
So yeah, I go to the
That's a
bum
bum.
and I say,
I have a tie.
where does he live?
Where does who live? Fair enough. I'm the one in the wife beater, after all. Whatever.
The man who hands out the tickets. You know this area well. You know who's been renting nearby.
Give me $1 and I'll tell you.
Fine. I hand it over to him.
All right. And he tells you about the house. It's a 5-minute walk down the road. It's a bungalow, but a relatively nice house, and it rents out pretty often.
All right, we got a lead.